Greetings, pioneering, blunt, competitive Aries. My name is Eliane Nicole. I'm an astrologer and tarot card reader. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Right now I'm going to do the Aries forecast for May 2019. I'm going to do a tarot layout, and then I'm going to talk about the transits a bit. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. And I recommend that you watch the videos for your sun, moon, and rising sign. If you don't know your sun, moon, and rising, then you should definitely contact me for a reading and have your birth chart done. Everyone should have their birth chart done at least once in their life. It is an amazing tool for self-awareness and self-discovery. And now I'm going to tell you about the cards. So as we enter the month of May, Aries is working, possibly starting on a new project or collaboration, but definitely work mode is your significator. And you're covered by the Queen of Swords. So for Aries women, this is just you are having a lot of vision and clarity around work and business and finances right now. And for Aries men, it looks like you were dealing with a woman who is very clear and direct in what she wants around, a new project, business, and you're crossed in this cycle, Aries, by a contract or negotiation will be happening for you in the month of May. And the basis is of the month of May, Aries is looking at future prospects, and there are many possibilities, many different directions that you can go right now. The future is looking bright. You're standing on the point of all possibilities, Aries. What's leaving is a time of letting your guard down and being vulnerable. What could come into being is it looks like you're needing, you could be making a decision around trade or finance possibly, or just in general it could be a decision whether or not to continue to work on something that you've already invested a lot of time and energy into and begin to see the rewards of, or to go and try something new that you're thinking about. What is before you around mid-month, Aries, it looks like you will be dealing with a man of business. This could be the King of Swords can be a lawyer, a judge. The King of Swords can be a doctor. It could just be a man who's an air sign, like an Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra man. But he plays a significant part in the middle of the month for Aries. Fears or insecurities for Aries. It's like it has to do with maybe savings or investments, or and if it isn't around finance, it could have to do more with just fears or insecurities around having vagueness or unclarity around some practical matters. And others see you as it looks like having a meeting or a reunion of some kind, or maybe returning from a trip. Your positive feelings, Aries, are the double reverse. So it looks like, Aries is really kind of letting go of some character defects possibly in May, some things that have been holding you back, or just coming out of a situation of bondage in general. And that can be different for different people. It could be a limiting living situation, it could be a relationship that had you in bondage, a job situation. This will manifest differently for different Aries, but it looks like in May you were feeling very positive about coming out of a situation that has maybe had you feeling bound previously. And then the outcome is the Empress. So for Aries who are trying to get pregnant, this is pregnancy. If you are, or for Aries who aren't trying to get pregnant, it may be that someone close to you in your life is having a pregnancy. When this card doesn't relate to pregnancy, it just relates to creativity and fertility and growth in general, and a strong feminine energy that's in the mix. So it could just be you and your own creative fertility and growth. And for men, it could be, you know, either a maternal woman or a very sexy, fertile woman who is around you in your vicinity. And now I'm going to get a little bit into the planets. As we enter May 2019, the sun is in Taurus, but it's still a very Aries sky. May 1st, the moon is in Aries, Mercury's in Aries, Venus is in Aries, and so, and then Chiron, of course, is in Aries. So it's very much an Aries sky, and so there's a lot going on for Aries right now. And May 4th is the new moon in Taurus, and if you've watched any of my videos before, you know that new moons are incredibly fertile soil to plant the seeds that you want to manifest. And the Taurus full moon in particular is great to plant seeds around finance, business, investments, anything to do with your possessions or money. Also, Taurus rules the sensual pleasures, so artistic pursuits, creative pursuits or interests can also be things to set intentions around. Anything to do with the senses and sensuality is also ruled by Taurus. So there's the practical side and the creative sensual side of this new moon. And I do a new moon altar. And if you would like to be on my new moon altar, please contact me. I have a few clients a month who I'm able to do the manifestation rituals for on my altar. And May 6th, Mercury enters Taurus. So our communication, again, becomes a lot around the theme of Taurian issues, such as practical matters, investments, savings, money, planning for the future. Also, Taurus is about sensual pleasures, food, art, love making. All of these things are what we will be communicating about when Mercury enters Taurus. May 9th, Jupiter in Sagittarius is forming a semi-sextile with Pluto in Capricorn. And this could be some work stuff for Aries. It's expansive and challenging at the same time, I think. I think that Aries is going through expansion and probably transformation in the work area, and it's a time of exploring that. May 15th, Venus enters Taurus. So this is a very sensual Venus. Venus is at home in Taurus. Venus is shared by Libra and Taurus, and it's all about, again, the sensual pleasures. It's everything we can taste, see, hear, smell. It's flowers, it's food, it's art, it's music, and so this is a very sexy, romantic time of the year. It's no accident, I guess, that there's so many metaphors about people falling in love in spring, because it is a time when Venus enters Taurus. And let's see, Mars enters Cancer also on May 15th. So I think we become more driven by our instincts and feelings and intuitions. Our motivations are come from our gut impulses, things like that when Mars is in Cancer. And I think that when Mars is in Cancer, Aries in particular feels very motivated around the home life and the inner world. Let's see. May 18th is May 18th is the full moon in Scorpio. And the full moon in Scorpio is a very deep and dark full moon. Scorpio is a quincunx with Aries, and I think that sometimes under the heightened emotion of the Scorpio full moon, Aries can feel emotionally misunderstood. The Scorpio full moon is a very detective full moon. It's a researching full moon. It's a probing and penetrating full moon. The shadow side is that it's a jealous and envious, possessive full moon. It can be a manipulative full moon. And the thing about the full moon is just that, you know, emotions are heightened. So, you know, shadow side emotions are heightened, as well as, you know, the light side emotions are heightened. And so it's really great to do, I think, rituals around the full moon, a lot of centering kind of rituals, whatever those are for you. And May 21st, the sun enters Gemini, so it becomes Gemini season. So wish all your Gemini friends a happy birthday. And yeah, and then Mercury enters Gemini as well, May 21st. So we see Gemini season picking up. And Aries, for the most part, enjoys Gemini season because Gemini is sextile to Aries. So it usually pleasantly aspects Aries, you know, most central personal planets, certainly the sun anyway. And then May 21st, Pluto is forming a quintile with Chiron in Aries. And so for early degree Aries, this is going to be very significant. This is a very transformative time of like healing old wounds and you know, kind of regenerating and rebirthing for those late degree Aries. And then May 22nd, Neptune in Pisces is trine the true node in Cancer, and that is going to be, that will be affecting Aries too because of the square to Cancer, and this is a very, but depending on the degree that it is in your chart. So I don't want to get too much into that, but I do want to say it's great to contact me to have your own personal chart done and to get transit readings, and then you can really get into how the planets affect you in your life. And thank you for joining me, Aries, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Please share this video with other Aries that you know. Please follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is astrology.tarot.Eliane Nicole. And yeah, thanks for joining me. Have a great May, Aries.